Hey everybody, Gareth at QCT here, and today I've got this to show you. This is very, very exciting. This is a drive caddy adapter that I've printed to allow me to swap these 3.5 inch hard drives out of this caddy, which is off a HP G6 server, and to allow me to put a solid state hard drive in instead. There are loads and loads of these sort of adapters available all over the place on online stores and from the various 3D printing sites, but I really struggled to find one that actually maintains the position. If you look at that, maintains the position of the connector there for the SATA and the power. So there are lots of adapters, but they end up with the disc sort of mounted there or here, or never actually so that the connectors line up. So I printed this. So here's just a bit of a closer shot, really, of this. There are some. They're really quite difficult to get on camera, but some little kind of cones just there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So they line up with the holes in the side of the hard drive, so you don't need any tools. So go all the disc, chuck it in that way around, slide it down, and then I've found that putting the outside edge in first seems to work, and then sort of just manipulating the plastic around a little bit, and then it slots in quite nicely like that. There are then holes. Again, this is not necessarily going to show up all that well, I don't think. No. Not helped by the fact there's still some build material in there, but you can just about see that hole there now. So they are just a tiny bit smaller than the screws that are in the caddy. These are HP screws, so they are a T8. And then we'll get the caddy screwed in. If anything, I might have gone a little bit small on these holes. I want them to be nice and tight so that the screws cut themselves in. But I think I've gone too tight, maybe. The last pair that I printed worked all right. Might have just lost that screw. Yeah, so I think this one, when it's come off the printer, it hasn't quite come off as clean as the last couple I did. And these holes are a little bit too tight, really. I don't have a drill and drill bits to hand, so I'll just root it out a bit with my knife. You want this to be a nice tight fit so that it's holding the drive in securely, but you do actually need to be able to get the screws in. It's not much good if you can't get the screws in. Yeah, there we go. That'll be better. Let's try that again. And one thing I will say is that although there is a mounting hole there as well, you can see that that actually lines up. You can't really see if I do that. That lines up with the disc, and height-wise, and you can see just about that does actually line up right on the disc. So if you are going to put a screw in there, just be very careful how tight you do it, because if you over tighten that, it's going to end up in the side of your SSD, and there isn't a hole in the side of your SSD there. Now it might be that there's nothing there for it to damage. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. I'm opting to leave that out, not only because the screw's just gone off that way somewhere, but also because I don't really want to risk putting the screw into the side of the SSD and damaging the SSD in there. So yeah, there you have a Kingston SSD mounted into a little caddy. There's an extra gap here. That's because that's for the full height of a potential 2.5 inch disc. These are narrower, but that's the potential full height of a disc. So yeah, into a HP caddy. Okay, so there you have it. 2.5 inch SSD fitted into a HP G6 drive caddy, drive sled, whatever you want to call it. And they do go in. Takes a little bit of jiggling sometimes just to get it just in properly, because there's a little bit of tolerance there. But get some more speedy drives in your slightly older servers. I've been Gareth Westwood. Thank you for watching.